What's going on YouTube? Hey, it's fun in here, back with another video. This video is going to just be about OBS settings and basically how I record / live stream. Yesterday I had, I believe, 3, 4, maybe 5 people add me from the video I made on the Hex Tech chests, and 2 of them specifically that I can remember were asking about settings on OBS or mentioning how they wanted to record or something along those lines. So I said I'm making a video, or I'll make a video, and here I am. So either way, getting into it, the video is basically going to just be about the main things to set OBS up. It's probably going to be a fairly long video, so I'll try to rush through it as much as possible. Recommend you go and play things back, because I'm going to go fully in depth, including how noise gates work and such as well, for everything I need. So, getting into it, recording, or scenes, is what the important thing is. So let's say I want to set up a new, let's say I'm sitting on my first scene. So I'm just going to call it scene 1 because that's the default. So here you'll see there's like nothing on the screen, whatever. So as you can see, there's nothing here. Number one thing that I'm going to say actually to start is, if you remember, and try your best to remember it, always go and set or open OBS in admin, or try to always open OBS as an administrator, as it'll bypass a lot of things. I'm actually going to lower this. It seems like it's actually really loud. There we go. Just do that. So, for example, one game that I play called Vindictus, I was streaming it for a little bit. For some reason, I'm not too sure why, I'll be honest, it doesn't work unless or won't show up on OBS unless I run it as an admin. Another thing is how I'm recording this, which is this setting here. It won't show up for some reason unless I'm running as an admin. So either way, getting into it, I'm going to cut back to this scene. Second should be window capture, I believe. No, not window capture, my bad. Display capture at existing OBS. Okay, so basically to get how this is, I had to go make a new scene, click on display capture. I already had OBS here, so I just did add existing in OBS, but all you would do is, so whatever the title is, and there you go. However, I don't need another one now, as I'm just using this for an example. I'm also going to actually edit the name. Examples. So let's go with that. Okay, so that's how that works. I don't have League open, but this applies to every game, so obviously I'm not going to show every game, so I'll just show how it would work. So, you go to game capture, just for example for League of Legends, and as you can see, I already have a bunch of them here. I have multiple games here, but let's say you want to create a new one. So let's just say you're going to play, for example, Call of Duty. So you type in Call of Duty, you have to make sure the game's open already, set the mode to capture any specific window, and then you want to click the window. I don't have it open, but it should appear here. If it doesn't appear here, make sure that you are running both OBS and preferably the game as admin, just in case, but you should only have to do OBS. So you go here, you click it, select it, okay, cool, and that's fine. That's all you have to do. Then you click OK, and it would show up here. Then sometimes, specifically when it's a full screen game, you would have to actually click into the game first down here on your taskbar, or else it'll just stay a black screen, as it only really refreshes the screen when it's open. If you do windowed, I believe it should constantly keep up to date with what's going on, so that's keep that in mind. So again, some games you will just always have being up to date. League of Legends, it'll freeze by alt tab because it's a full screen game, but the client, it always updates. So if I get a message, you'll see it on stream even if it's not the top of the screen. So can get rid of that. A big one here is text. This is very important. I'll actually show it here quickly. As you can see on the screen, on the just below middle left, you'll see top donator, most recent donator, and most recent follower. And towards the bottom right, you'll see the link for my stream, which is, if you type !Discord in chat, you get a link to a Discord server. Basically, this is just through text. And where it says top donator and all that, that's a program called, I believe, Twitch Alerts, which I think they might have changed the name to Stream Labels recently. Something along those lines, and I'll go through that maybe in a separate video, if not this one. But it's very useful. I'd recommend looking into it if you want to stream. Otherwise, you really don't have to worry about it for recording. But let's say, for example, the Discord server, like the bottom right, or I have this one up here. which is sped up to get past start, which is something I was using for Kingdom Hearts 2. If you want to add your own custom text, you can go here. Let's just do, and as you can see, I still have a few. So this is my Discord one. These two I have for, it's called, these two I have for, well, exactly what it says, the recent donate and recent follow, and I'm at all time. Then, because I was also here, I believe, doing it, yeah. It's here somewhere, but either way, I'll get rid of this because I don't need it. So, let's look at text. So, I'll just type example. Okay, so here you can change the font to whatever you want. A million options. You can also change the font size and the font type, so you can make it bolded, italic, bold, and italic. I'm just gonna keep it basic. Then you can type whatever you want there. So, hello, hey, what's up, etc. So I'll just do hello, just for example. You can also set it to read from file, which you would go down here and select the file. It's pretty simple. All you do is just find the file. I would show it, but I actually don't know where my files are set right now, and for all I know, I don't even have files right now. I should have files though, I just don't know where. And I'll probably go through that again in a later video, showing how Twitch alerts works. This video will be long if I do it all at once, but just for the sake of this video, that's all you have to do. Hello. You kind of can't see that because it's white on white, but you should be able to see it more or less in the red outline box. Hello. And you can change that to however you want. You can move it to wherever you want. Let's see if I can actually figure this out. Properties, color. I'll do that. You can outline it. Then let's say you want to do a video, and let's just say you're making a video and you want to have something in the corner. You can also set an image. I believe you can set an image still. Yeah, image. But this is actually really helpful for like what I was showing here, Discord server. So you can set that to a specific thing. You can make it where if you have a Twitter set up for specifically your channel or whatever, you can have that there for your stream, or you can just make it say something like, for example, I can type in remember to follow on Twitter updates, and then shrink this down, and then there we go. I can leave it at the corner, and now all of a sudden everyone knows who jumps in the video, hey, remember to follow on Twitter for updates. So that's how that's used. So I can delete that. Images are fairly simple. Create new image, and you just select the image file. That's all it is. And aside from that, I don't believe there's really anything specific to use. Display capture, you pretty much have to use this display capture for some things. Like for example, I believe the game H1Z1, I have to use display capture because I don't believe game capture works for it. Same with Plants vs Zombies, same for recording OBS for me. That's really it. Video capture device is for external things, like I believe it's called the Elgato. If you use that, you can use the video capture device. Audio input, audio output, I don't really know. Scene, I'm not too sure. That's really all I know. So those are the only important ones that I think you need. Now getting to settings. By the way, I should mention this is the OBS Studio, I believe, as opposed to the original one, which I'm not even sure if it has a technical name or not, but either way, you can go to File, Settings, or just down here at the bottom right, you go to Settings. I'm not too sure what Studio Mode is for, by the way, but I'm sure it has a use. Not too sure what this is for either, or I think this would just be how long it takes to transition between scenes. I'll get into this actually. So an important thing is noise gate. So as you can see here, I have a noise gate. I can't really show it off because I don't have any way to really make it show, but this would usually just be disabled. So you'd come here, make a new noise gate, and then you want to more or less have it where close is four less than open. Basically, I believe how it works is that when you are under this, it won't pick up anything, but when you go over this, it'll start picking up noise, something like that. More or less, that's all you really need to know. Just fidget with it and you'll figure out settings. It's good for making, if you make a lot of just like small noises like breathing, like heavy breathing for example, it's good. I recommend setting that up as it makes a lot of noise, it stops a lot of noise from coming in. Either way, getting into the settings, this is all for some fairly simple stuff. I don't really do anything specific, though people do have specific preferences. So language, I believe this would just be what language this is all turned into. Theme, I believe you can just set this. Yeah, see, that's all it does. I personally just keep it to the default. Show confirmation dialog when starting and stopping streams. This wouldn't really hurt, especially if you have hotkeys, because you might click it by accident. You might want to set that. Me personally, I don't really have OBS open unless I'm streaming, so it's not really a problem. Automatically record when streaming is something that, if you want to go and be one of those people that make, for example, Twitch highlights or hitbox highlights, whatever you use for streaming, that's when it'd be good. I might start that soon as well. And then keep recording when stream stops. So when you stop streaming, it'll stop, or it'll keep on recording. This I haven't really touched. I don't think really I care about any of this. I think really all this is for example, how here, for example, let me just get text. So it like kind of clips to the edge of the screen. That snaps to it. That's all that's for, I believe. Go back to the settings. That's all that is. Stream type, streaming services, custom streaming server. I don't really get that. I don't really get what that is. I'd assume that this is just what service you use. So I use Twitch, but you can use YouTube Gaming, you use Hitbox, you can use Beam. Apparently, you can stream with Daily Motion. You can use whatever you want here. I personally use Twitch, and I guess there's more options. Oh, there's a lot more options. The server, this is what an important one is. I recommend you pay attention to this. If you stream, you might notice eventually that you're dropping a lot of frames, which is extremely bad. There's sometimes where I'm streaming, then all of a sudden I drop 60% of the frames, so you're only seeing 40% of what I'm seeing. I've had it happen twice now, and the reason why is the server you're on has issues all of a sudden. I believe when I first started, I was on San Francisco, and when I was streaming, it was all good. Then after a random amount of, like, not even a random amount of time, it just randomly happened, I started dropping an insane amount of frames. I had to do research on it, and I found out that you have to go, if you look it up, you can find it, but there's like a specific app that tests your connection with all these servers, or you can do specific ones like US East and West, and see which one has the best connection to you. Which the best connection for me happens to be New York. Stream key, I'm not going to be able to show, as it's something I'm not supposed to show because I believe that can be very bad. But it's pretty simple. You would go to your Twitch channel, then your dashboard, and it should be under your stream settings, I believe, there. I'd recommend looking it up just to be sure. Output, if you're streaming, you want your video bitrate around 2500. The higher the bitrate, the better the quality. But if someone has a worse connection, they can, and you're a small streamer like myself, you can't change, or each person individually cannot change the quality settings, which means that if I have it set high to, for example, oh no, hold on. If I have it set to 3500, people with great internet connections, they'll get a really good experience, but then you're losing a lot of people because people that watch you with a not so good internet connection will just see a buffering page. That's it. So 2500 gives it fairly good quality, and it makes it where a lot more people can view. You can drop it higher or lower. It's all up to you. I personally want to get as many people as I can, so I'd rather get 2500 where it's good enough, people can enjoy it, and you also go and make it where everyone can enjoy it, or most people can enjoy it. If people really complain that it's this low, I just have to bite the bullet and tell them you need a better connection, because I can't drop it much lower than this, or it looks pretty bad. You might be able to get away with 2000 as well, but I'd recommend just trying to stick around 2500 at the very least. This I'm not too sure. The audio bitrate I just have set to 160 because I think that was the default for me, and that's just, I believe, is how good the audio sounds. This I don't use. This is just the recording path. So for like right now, when I'm recording, this is the output directory for it. So when I'm done recording, this is where my video is going to go, and I can upload it. Recording quality, same as stream. So this is just, well, I mean, it should be fairly obvious, but it's basically, I could just set it to where I get an insane amount of quality, but the file is going to be massive, where this 15-minute video so far would probably already be a couple gigabytes, and I don't really care to do that personally. I might see if I bump it up soon to a high quality one, but I think the stream quality is good enough. I really don't get complaints about it, so I might just stick with that. This I'm honestly not sure about. I think this is just what the file is going to be turned into. So like an MP4, I think we'll just make it audio mainly, something like that. I'm honestly not too sure. Sorry to say. Audio. This is all some fairly simple stuff. You can, if your webcam has a mic like mine does, you can enable to push to mute, push to talk. I don't use it though, so I don't bother. My mic, I try to just avoid talking much, so I don't really have a reason to push talk. Desktop audio is the same. Pretty much whatever happens to either music or the gameplay, so I don't have a reason to make it push to talk or push to hear or anything. So this is all I just leave. These are both disabled. This is just my headset mic. This is disabled, and this is just my headset speakers. Video. Yeah, what is going to do this? Okay, so this is, I believe, just what the resolution on the video is. This is the, I believe, this is the native for my monitor. So that's just what I go to, and this it's just like the best quality you can get. So I just have it set to that. I believe this one just has to be your default, and this is just you want the best as you can. I'd recommend looking into this more just to be sure, but from my understanding, that's what it is. And honestly, none of this I really understand. These are just all hotkeys. As you can see, I don't really have any of them set up aside from a very select like 4. It's literally my start and stop recording button, which I never use. I always just cut back to over there, down here. Then I have my webcam, just in case someone walks in and I don't want them on the camera. I can click my end button on my numpad to hide my webcam, and I recommend doing that as well. You can go for a few of these things as well, like what to show. So let's say you're going from one game to another really quickly, and you want to show what's going on. You can have buttons to show and hide it. Might be pretty helpful. And then this, I think, is the only thing you really want to pay attention to, which is the retry. So I believe if you're streaming, and all of a sudden your internet goes out, it'll try this it'll try to reconnect every 10 seconds up for X amount of times. For me, I set it to 10 and 20. I don't really use it. If my internet goes out, it's usually out for a while, like maybe 10 minutes kind of thing, so this never really gets any use. And by that point, I'll just end the stream anyways. Stream delay is actually very useful if you are playing high-level League of Legends and you're known. If you're playing high-level League of Legends and you're known, if you're playing Counter-Strike competitive and you're known, basically it's important if you're a known person, because then it makes it where you can't get stream sniped, for example. Or playing Hearthstone, for example, because then if people look you up and they see, oh, well, okay, he's in top Tribush, then they know, okay, you're there, and they might just rush you because, well, you're not going to expect 5 people. If you're playing Counter-Strike and you're holding, let's say, mid doors on Dust 2 for some reason, well, people know you're there and they might just shoot you through the doors. You're playing Hearthstone, they'll know exactly what's in your hand, they can play around it. So that's basically all it is. And that's really all I have to say about this. Drop that back down to 10. That's really all I have to say about this. I really don't bother with this, because if you don't have it on, it lets you get in touch with your chat a lot better. So I personally don't use it. Anyways, that's really all there is for here. If anyone wants a video on the stream labels as well that I have for my streaming, just let me know. I have no problem making a video on it. I'll probably make it later today, or eventually I'll make it soon. And that's really all there is to this. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to respond as soon as I can. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.